In a small town called Hope, a severe economic crisis had transformed the lives of its residents into a true battlefield. The streets, once filled with laughter and activity, were now marked by worried faces. Families struggled to pay their bills, and many businesses that once thrived had closed their doors, leaving deep scars on the community's heart. Among the residents was Anna, a single mother determined to provide for her two children, Lucas and Sophia. Unemployment had forced her to live off government assistance and donations, but financial insecurity kept her awake at night, worried about the future. She often felt alone in her struggle, but hope had never completely abandoned her. Anna always sought ways to bring some joy to her children, even when reality weighed heavily on her shoulders. Miguel, the owner of a local shop, also felt the burden of the crisis. He had been a pillar of the community, known for his promotions and for helping those in need. Now, his shop stood empty, and the customers who once frequented it were searching for deals elsewhere. Miguel often wondered if he would be able to keep his business afloat and, more importantly, how he could help those in similar situations. Amid this desolate scenario, the town welcomed Samuel, a pastor who had moved to Hope seeking a new beginning. Upon learning about the struggles faced by the residents, he decided he could not remain on the sidelines. One afternoon, he found Anna and Miguel in the central square, where they were discussing the situation in the town. "I have a message that can help," Samuel said, his voice gentle yet firm. He opened his Bible and read with fervor, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Jeremiah 29 verse 11. The words lingered in the air like a balm for the community's wounds. Anna, who listened intently, felt a wave of emotion. Samuel's words resonated deeply within her, igniting a spark of hope that she thought had been extinguished. Miguel, standing beside her, was also touched. The verse spoke not only of hope but also reminded them that faith could be an anchor amid the storm. Determined not to let hope fade away, Anna and Miguel teamed up with Samuel to organize community gatherings. They invited everyone to meet in the square every week to share stories, resources, and support. The first gathering was small but filled with emotion. With shy smiles, residents brought food and essential items, each contributing in their own way. Over time, these gatherings became a safe haven. People began to open their hearts, sharing their struggles and, more importantly, their victories. A local seamstress, Mrs. Helena, volunteered to teach sewing, and soon people were making their own clothes and learning valuable skills. A group of young people, inspired by stories of overcoming adversity, began organizing events to raise funds and food for those in need. However, not everything was easy. Many residents remained skeptical. Distrust and fear were deeply rooted in those who had faced rejection and betrayal from the outside world. Anna, Miguel, and Samuel decided they needed a larger event, something that could unite the community even further and show that hope was not just an illusion. Thus, they planned a grand festival of hope. With everyone's help, they set up food stalls, musical performances, and games for the children. The event would be free, aimed at celebrating the unity and faith of the community. The day of the festival arrived, and the square was alive with energy. Smiles replaced expressions of despair, and laughter echoed in the air. During the festival, Anna took to the stage. With her heart pounding, she began to speak about her journey and how the community had come together to face challenges. "Each of us has a story. Each of us has struggles. But together, we are stronger. Together, we can make a difference." Anna's words resonated strongly, and people began to applaud and encourage one another. Miguel also had his moment on stage. He spoke about the importance of supporting local businesses and how, even in tough times, every small action could lead to great changes. "Let's take care of each other because we are family," he declared, his eyes shining with emotion. Samuel closed the event with a powerful message, reminding everyone of the verse from Jeremiah. He urged people not to lose faith but to remain united and look to the future with hope. By the end of the day, the square was filled with joy and gratitude, a glimpse of what the town could be. The festival had a profound impact on the community. After the event, people began to support each other more actively. Miguel saw an increase in sales at his shop, and donations of food for those in need started to flow. The community garden, initially just an idea, began to thrive. Residents started to grow their own fruits and vegetables, not only for sustenance but as a symbol of the strength and unity they had found. As months passed, Ana, Miguel, and Samuel continued to lead the community. Together, they initiated a mentorship program for youth, teaching practical skills and promoting education. Young people began to engage, participating in activities and developing a sense of belonging that many of them had never experienced before. Ana also began sharing her story on social media, creating a blog where she wrote about the community's journey and the challenges they faced. Her narrative inspired people from other towns, and soon the story of hope began to spread. Other communities reached out, asking how they could replicate the experience in their own towns. One night, during a community gathering, Ana looked around the room and saw smiling faces. "If someone had told me a year ago that we would be here, united and full of hope, I wouldn't have believed it," she said, tears in her eyes. The room erupted in applause and cheers of encouragement. It was a clear demonstration that faith had prevailed. And so, the small town of Hope became an example of resilience and unity. The lessons learned during the crisis were remembered and celebrated. The verse from Jeremiah became a mantra echoing through every corner of the town. The community had discovered that even in difficult times, hope and unity could overcome any obstacle. Ana, Miguel, and Samuel's story became a legacy that would be passed down through generations. They showed that when people come together in faith and love, even the toughest challenges can be overcome. The promise of tomorrow had become a reality, not only for them but for all who dared to believe. And thus, in every act of kindness, in every shared smile, the town of Hope continued to thrive, reminding everyone that hope is a powerful force capable of transforming lives and communities.